All right, good morning. Morning to everyone on the usual Cool to Calm link via Zoom. Morning to everybody on YouTube. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, world. We'll just give everyone a few seconds to join, and then we'll get into it. Last night I had the pleasure of sharing the penultimate accountability call for my impact community of the quarter. And, in December I did an in-person event, and I let people know that 2025 would be the year of making love actionable, that we would actually take this love and respect that we have for ourselves and begin to advocate on behalf of ourselves every single day. And we're now at a point where we can begin to direct our time, effort, energy, and resources into really supporting ourselves in knowing exactly how loved we can be and how loved we are. For so many of you, your journey of awakening, becoming aware of yourself has been an avenue, sadly, through which you have disqualified yourselves because you have weaponized your awareness and used it against you through the form of judgment or criticism, purely because you had an experience in the past that you couldn't change, that you couldn't have be different, because you didn't love yourself then in the way that you do now. And as much as that's a valid use for somebody's awareness, it's not the best use. After a while, you begin to realize that every part of you that constitutes the illusion of you can be used to support the truth of you, which means that your emotions can be used to support the truth of you. Your feelings can be used to support the truth of you. Your thoughts and your beliefs can be used to support the truth of you. Your body can be used to support the truth of you. Your identity can be used to support the truth of you. And in mystical circles, this fundamental reorientation is what is aptly described as the resurrection. It is the death or the falling away of the survival-based self, which is based in fear. And it is the arising, the emergence of the part of us that is beyond description, beyond definition. And you see why we've had this amazing ability here to experience all of these profound breakthroughs without shifting, fixing, healing, changing, improving, or engaging in anything else, is because we have simply increased our awareness and our ability to make love actionable on behalf of ourselves. And we're about to make it complete. Because the final form, the end result of this resurrection, is the complete and total manifestation of the love that you are. And that becomes the reason why you engage in everything. You go to the gym, not because you want to have great Instagram pictures, or you want to, up your like quota on Facebook, or because you're worried about what everyone on social media is saying. No, you go to the gym because you love your body and you're doing it for the part of you that's real. Because you want to honor and respect that part of you. You want to take care of who you are and what you have. It comes from love. And ultimately, it comes from the love of yourself. In that same way, as it relates to work, for so many of you, your work, your identity, your entire personality was wrapped up in your self-image and your identity as it relates to what you do every day. In fact, it is a defining moment. In the first few seconds of meeting somebody, that is their first question, so that they can figure out how useful you are. And typically your response determines how that conversation carries on. But after a while, you begin to realize, well, hang on a minute, I'm not working for my self-image. I'm not working for the approval or the acceptance of my coworkers or colleagues. I'm not doing this to be loved by people or to be liked by people. I'm doing it because I love myself enough to meet my own needs and to show myself that I'm capable of taking care of myself. Brushing your teeth, taking a shower, using one of those jade roller thingies on your face, lymphatic drainage thingy, Dead Sea salt scrub, and the list goes on and on and on. And why? Because we have 24 hours every day within which to optimize for love and to use our awareness to optimize for love, not as a mechanism or vehicle for judgment and criticism for the love that you did not have, but instead for the cultivation of the experience of love that you are now. And every one of you deserves that. Every single one of you deserves that. So when we use this new day that we haven't taken for granted, thank God we woke up today. And hopefully we make it through the day, God willing, and there'll be a tomorrow. When we actually get the blessing of another day, we can't do anything about anything that's happened in the past. We can't do anything about anything that's happened yesterday. We now have to begin to become aware. And we have to begin to become aware of where we are moving through the world from. It's not worth doing it if you don't love doing it. And what I mean by that is it's not that your ego or your identity or your is going to necessarily fall in line with it. More than likely it's not. But you're doing it because you love yourself. You're not doing it to get love. You're doing it because you love yourself. And when you start living this way, you're honest. And typically that's when your suffering ends. Because if we're going to have a very real moment, most of you have suffered in your lives because you've done everything for everyone else, and the proverbial thank you or I love you has never shown up. Never. And no matter how much you do, no matter how much you produce, no matter how much you give, no matter how much you turn yourself inside out, it doesn't make a difference. So at some point we have to reallocate that energy, that attention, and those resources toward ourselves. And we have to understand that this is between us and ourselves. It has nothing to do with anyone else. And this isn't about some narcissistic biohacking pursuit where we're trying to cheat death and we're hyper obsessed with stats and data and just erroneous things that are all about the ego and the self-image and self-importance. I'm not talking about that. We don't want a second longer than we're meant to have. We just want to love the time that we have. And we want to love ourselves and optimize for loving ourselves in the time that we have. Don't you deserve to drink 6 glasses of water every day? I believe that you do. Don't you deserve to eat food that your body can digest and that you don't have any kind of reaction to? Don't you deserve to get out and take a walk every day? Don't you deserve to get out and get some vitamin D or vitamin D every day? Don't you deserve to earn some kind of income that supports you in meeting your needs? Don't you deserve to be empowered and self-sufficient? I believe you do. I believe you do. And at some point, you're going to love yourself so that you can get how loved you actually are. It's ironic. It's ironic and it's paradoxical that we have to love ourselves first in order to get how loved we actually are. So let's say that all of this is a simulation. Let's say that all of this thing is a holographic projection. That what we constitute as reality is actually a part of this play of consciousness, this intertwining of light that we confuse as us. Well, maybe the whole point of it is so that you can love yourself. You can advocate on behalf of yourself. You can honor yourself. And you can free yourself of the suffering, the attachment, and the identification that has sidelined you. At some point, beloved, you have to realize that you haven't been doing everything for somebody else's love. No. You've been doing everything to finally be lovable for yourself and to yourself. You haven't been doing all of these things so that somebody else will love you. You've been doing all of these things because you've been trying to prove that you're lovable. Well, in my humble opinion, that's not something that you have to waste your time trying to prove. Instead, how about we just begin to cultivate that felt sense of love every day? How about we begin to take part in life in a way that supports us, and we begin to recognize that going to work, taking care of the family, going to the gym, your shower, you're brushing your teeth, you're making sure you have comfy clothes that fit well, like all of this stuff, this basic stuff, all contributes to this inner wellspring of infinite love that you finally allow yourself to align with. You can't do that while you're fixing, healing, changing, or improving. Because while you're engaged in all of that, you're invalidating yourself. You're making yourself wrong. You're disqualifying the version of you that you are now from that love. What you're doing is punting it down the road and saying, well, maybe one day, if I keep fixing, healing, changing, and improving, and keep understanding myself and just consuming more and more content on YouTube or social media, then maybe one day I'll be okay. Maybe one day I'll be lovable. But what you're doing is disqualifying the fact that you are lovable now, and that the person's love that you've been craving is your own. And in fact, maybe that's what all of this is about. Maybe we get 24 hours every single day within which we can optimize for love. And we can perform loving actions toward ourselves, for ourselves, and support ourselves in embodying that love so completely that we manifest our final form, which is beyond description. And just as we began in Call to Calm with an emphasis on peace, and we very quickly discovered, almost on the 5-year anniversary of Call to Calm, that peace has now gone to a deeper place that's beyond language, that's beyond words. Now all of a sudden we're accessing this place within us that is beyond language. It's beyond words. In that same way, love will evolve into something that is beyond language and beyond words over time too. Because you'll begin to discover that love is a convenient entry point for people, but it's not the final destination. That in fact, the more you rest in the awareness of your breath, the more you connect with what's real within you, the less you'll be able to describe it. The less you'll be able to articulate it. Because that part of you that is real has no language. It's beyond words. And so after a while, you have to get to a place where you recognize that this is between you and yourself. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to do it for you. And at some point, you have to love yourself enough to do it for yourself. Because you're the only person that you've been doing it for in the first place. Nobody else. Nobody else. Close your eyes, you beautiful humans. And just take some breaths. Sometimes you just show up every day wanting your fellow human beings to love themselves so that they can know how much you love them. You can't know how much somebody else loves you until you love yourself. So how about we begin to redirect our time, energy, effort, and resources into showing ourselves the most loving 24 hours any human being could ever experience. And don't worry, God willing, there will be a tomorrow. And we can use our awareness to make whatever adjustments we have to make so that we can keep just optimizing for love. Sometimes optimizing for love is getting a good night's sleep and going to bed at a decent time. Whatever that is for you. There is no one-size-fits-all anything. That's why your evolution, your coming into the totality of all that you are, is deeply personal and deeply individual. So just resting in the awareness of your breath, and maybe for the first time ever, letting go of the need for people to like you, people to love you, letting go of the need to live your life for everyone else, you beautiful, exhausted, frustrated, and probably a little bit resentful human being. Because why? Why? No matter what you do, no matter how hard you show up, no matter how much you turn yourself inside out, it's never enough for them. But here's the good news. You're enough for you. Why can't you just be enough for you? Why was it ever about anyone else anyway? Maybe you were the jigsaw piece, the final piece of the puzzle that you were waiting for. It's not somebody else. It's not something outside of you. It's you. So allowing yourself to be that. Today, I'm going to commit to loving myself and optimizing for love. I'm going to start to pay attention to everything that contributes to that. For some of you, showing up here is a part of that. I love being here with all of you every day. I love it. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for the fact that you're alive. I'm so grateful for the fact that we get to have this shared experience together. I'll never be able to articulate in words how grateful I am for you. The good news is, the more you love yourselves, I won't have to. Because you'll just experience it. You'll just know it. Because it's beyond language anyway. So today, I'm going to do everything that I'm doing in my life, not to prove that I'm good enough, not to survive, not because I'm afraid, but because I love myself. I love myself enough to go to work and to have some kind of revenue stream or income. If I'm retired, then that's different. But if you're still working, I love myself enough to go to work. I'm not going to work for everyone else. I'm going to work for myself. Because I love being able to prove to myself that I can take care of myself, that I'm fully capable of meeting my own needs. I'm going to go and take a walk, not because I'm trying to lose the weight before the summer. No, I'm going to take a walk for me, because the part of me that's real, I want to embody that so completely within the course of my life, that I need to take care of my body in order to have that. Right? So it's just averting your eyes and your attention, your energy and your resources from everything outside of you and everyone outside of you. And just simply allowing your loving gaze, your compassion, your empathy and your heart to be focused on you. Will you do that today? Will you at least try for me? Just try, beloved. Just try drinking 6 glasses of water. Why? Because you love yourself. Just try eating food that you can digest, that supports you. Just try hanging out with people that are either funny or loving, that you share a loving bond with, or that are entertaining, right? Just give it a try. And guess what? If it doesn't quite work out as planned, well, there's always tomorrow. We get the blessing, God willing, of another 24 hours where we can optimize. We can optimize. And so the appropriate use of your awareness is to use your awareness to pay attention to what is the most loving outcome for you. And then to make it actionable, it's a beautiful day here in Tennessee. I'm going to get outside and get some absolutely free vitamin D or vitamin D. Why? Because it's gorgeous. I'm going to work on becoming a whole darker shade of Indian. I'm going to tan myself through the continent. We're starting in the north. By the time I'm done with the summer, I'm going to end up in Sri Lanka, man. I'm going to be off that whole country, be in a whole other country. Why? Because I deserve the light of the sun. Right? So this is the thing. Do everything that you do as an act of devotion. You know, so many of you who are religious say that you love God. But how can you love God and not love yourself? How does that make any sense? So many of you that are spiritual say, well, I have this deep love for the divine. I'm one with everything. Well, if you're one with everything, then don't you deserve the love that you're giving to everything else? At some point, don't you have to realize that you're a part of all of this? And that all of this is happening for this very reason? So that you can actually finally allow yourself to take all of this stuff that's going on out here and use it to manifest your final form. Love. Love. And then, beyond that, you'll discover what's beyond that. Like so many here have already started to discover. That love doesn't even quite describe it. But you know what? Let's just start with that. Just like we had to start with peace. Take some breaths, you beautiful humans. I've come here today to let you know that nobody else is capable of loving you. Stop wasting your time. Instead, realize that you're the only being, you're the only person, the only thing in creation that is actually fully equipped to love you. And from now on, everything is that. Everything is that. Doing everything for myself to show myself how much I love myself. Because I've discovered throughout the course of my 47 years of life and living that that is the best use of my time. Give it a try. See how you feel. And maybe you'll discover that the more you love yourself, the more you'll be able to realize how much everything loves you. Until you love yourself, more than likely that fun fact is going to be lost on you. So, optimize for love. In every action that you perform, optimize for love. In every phase of your day-to-day, optimize for love. Every single thing, optimize for love. Optimize for love. And here's the good news. You have a PhD in what love isn't. So, I mean, there's enough of a catalogue of greatest hits as to what love isn't. So now how about you focus on what love is? And maybe that's you prioritizing you. I can't wait for you all to totally love yourselves. Because on that day, I won't have to tell you how much I love you and how grateful I am for you. You'll just finally allow yourselves to be aware of it and to experience it in its totality. Oh, send you a big hug. All right, Laurel. Stop typing Om Shanti Heart emoji day 1438 of Call to Calm calls. And we are 4 days away from our 5-year anniversary of Call to Calm. In 4 days, I will have been here for 5 years. Why? Love. That's why. Close your eyes, open your palms, and take some long, deep cleansing breaths. Good morning, sweet friends, and welcome to another Call to Calm meditation. In life, there is an appropriate use of your awareness. And the appropriate use of your awareness and every facet of your humanity is love. Is to use every part of all that you are to shower yourself with as much love as you possibly can, and then some. Some of you have been using your awareness as an avenue to judge yourselves for the love that you didn't have when you made certain choices or decisions or went through certain experiences. That, beloved, is an absolute waste of your time. And it disqualifies you from the love that you have access to now. At some point, you have to redirect your time, your effort, your energy, and your resources back to loving the only person that you are fully qualified and perfectly equipped to love. You cutie patootie. You adorable human. Surprise. And the more you do that, the more all of a sudden you begin to realize, whoa, it works. And secondly, I'm beginning to actually discover how loved I actually am. My loving myself and taking care of myself and advocating on behalf of myself and showing up for myself is actually allowing me to become aware of how much everything in creation loves me and supports me and wants the best for me in all areas of life and living. Close your eyes, you beautiful humans. Open your palms and take some long, deep cleansing breaths. Resting in the awareness of your breath. Allows you to amplify and intensify your experience of the infinite love that has always dwelled within you. Allowing your every inhalation and exhalation to support you in accessing this love that you are. Dear cells in my body, I just wanted to take a moment to let you know how much I love you and how much I appreciate you. Thank you. Dear organs, I just wanted to take a moment to love you and to let you know how much I appreciate you. Dear nervous system, thank you. My beloved brain, thank you. Dear body, I know we've had a tumultuous relationship in the past, but I just want you to know that I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for the fact that you provide me the ability to navigate this physical world every day. Dear emotions, I love you, thank you. Dear feelings, I love you, thank you. If you don't mind, from now on, we're going to optimize emotions and feelings for love. Emotions and feelings are wonderful. They're a blessing, and I'm so grateful. Dear mind, I know that I've been diligently trying to get rid of you, and there was that one time that I walked into that bodega with a brown paper bag trying to put a hit on you because everyone told me that you were the source of all of my problems. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Dear mind, I've discovered that you're not wrong, you're not bad, you're not getting in the way of anything. That actually, mind, you too are an instrument that's here to support me in uncovering the infinite love that I have access to within myself and beyond. I love you, mind. From now on, all of my thoughts and beliefs are going to be optimized and trend toward the love that I am, because having a mind is a wonderful thing, and I'm so grateful for it. Dear ego, beloved identity, I have been mean and horrible to you for the same reasons that I've been trying to get rid of my mind. Because everybody told me that having an identity in an ego was the worst thing ever that any person could ever have. Dear ego and identity, instead of wasting our time trying to prove that we're good enough, how about now we manifest our final form, which is love, and we allow our uniqueness and our identity to be an avenue through which that love can be expressed in the world. I love you, ego. I love you, identity. And I'm grateful for you. Dear life, dear work, dear relationship, dear parenting, dear grandparenting, and every area, dear finances. From now on, we're going to use this thing called our reality, this matrix, this simulation, this hologram, to spend whatever time we have every day, whatever time we're blessed with, to show ourselves exactly how much we love ourselves. From now on, we're going to make everything a devotional act, because we're doing everything because we love ourselves, and we want to honor the part of us that's real, that dwells within us, that's beyond words. Continuing to rest in the awareness of your breath, allowing all that you are to know how loved that you are, and taking every part of your humanity that you've been trying to get rid of, and instead recognizing that it is all here in service of love. Emotions and feelings are here in service of love. The mind, the thoughts, the beliefs are here in service of love. The body is here in service of love. Your life, your ego, your identity, everything that you have, everything that you will have, everything that you've gone through, the whole thing is here in service of love, so that love may know itself within you. Within you. So that love may know itself as you. So today, I allow myself to love myself, and every part of my humanity is redirected, refocused, reprioritized toward the manifestation of my highest form, my final form, who I really am, love. I seek the evidence of love. I seek the company of love. I uncover it within myself, so that I may know how infinitely loved I am. So that I may know how infinitely loved I am. Continuing to rest in the awareness of your breath. I'm going to show myself how much I love myself today. How empowered I am. How much I can take care of myself. How much I can take care of my life. How capable I am. And how being who I am was always the answer. Continuing to rest in the awareness of your breath, allowing yourself to experience this expansion of love, this awareness of love within you. Your emotions raring to go, feelings excited to be on board, the mind so grateful to have an avenue of service. Your identity can't wait to find unique and individual ways to express this love that we're all a part of. And your life beaming at you. Inviting you into infinite potentials and possibilities, things that you could not ever imagine. Feeling your body, your mind, your emotions, your identity aligning with love. All that you are, aligning with love. Yay. Take some breaths and just notice how you feel. Every day, people like you from all over the world click on a Zoom link and have been doing so for 5 years. To be freed of the need to play a role and to simply relax into the truth that they're enough. Come and join the wave, or simply realize that you were always a part of it. If you're tired of being disappointed and let down by life, well then how about you empower yourself? And maybe, just maybe, the more you love who and what you are, the more you'll begin to discover exactly how much everything in creation loves you. How much it loves you. We've got a couple of things going on today. Group alignment session today, 11 a.m. Eastern. Group alignment session is just an opportunity to say thank you for this morning, or an opportunity to dive into this in a deeper way. So if that sounds like something that you resonate with, come. All the information's on the website. Also, we've got some exciting announcements coming up soon, so make sure to subscribe to the email. If you're on YouTube, hit the bell button and subscribe, because this is the best use of YouTube, let's face it. And yeah, we've got a group alignment session on the weekend for those of you that can't make it today, and we're going to be diving into what love actually is, because you see, we have to use the word love, but really after a while you'll begin to discover that it's like a neutrality. So the ability to love is the ability to be neutral with your emotions, the ability to be neutral with your beliefs, the ability to be neutral with your mind, with your body, with others. Because to be with is to love, you see. And so, super excited about that. Sunday, March 16th, which will also coincidentally be the 5-year anniversary of Call to Calm meditations. Super grateful for that. So, wishing you all an absolutely fantastic day. And thank you for being you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for making this a part of your day, for allowing me to be a part of it. I'm grateful and honored. So remember, we're going to optimize for love. We're going to give ourselves what we need. We're going to support ourselves by showing up for ourselves. And we're doing it for ourselves. We're done trying to be all things to all people. Instead, we're just going to be who we are for ourselves. Send you all a big hug. So much aura. Max aura to all of you. Ask your kids what that means. And have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. May life show you how loved you are today. May your life show you how loved you are today. And may you love yourself so that you can be aware of it.